Hello guys, and welcome back. I don't babysit today, so that's a good thing. So I'm hanging out with my friend for the time being, and we did a book haul. So it's not a very big book haul, but I'm going to be showing everyone out there the books and reading the backs of them and the intro to them, basically, and seeing if y'all are interested. So let's just get right into it. So I'm just gonna dump all these bags out. So, we got 3 bags of books. And yes, they are used, because we get them from a used bookstore, but they're all teen, young adult fiction. So let's get right into it. So we do have a, more of a children's book, but I've been wanting to read this one, and I don't care what anybody says. And yes, I did get my hair done. That looks like it's bald, but it's not. So we have Mulan, the new movie Mulan. Loyal, brave, true. Curious and drawn to adventure, Mulan struggles to meet her village's traditional standards after a disastrous visit with the matchmaker. Mulan worries that she will never be able to bring her family the honor they deserve. But when the emperor decrees that one man from every family must join the army to face a dangerous threat to China, Mulan decides to disguise herself as a man and take her father's place. Now Mulan must hide her secret as she trains alongside her fellow soldiers. With the enemy drawing near, will Mulan become a hero, the hero China needs? So, for more of the people, older generation, most people will know Mulan is a Disney character. But this is the live action Mulan, as you can tell, that recently came out. And, I don't think there's anything interesting to these pages. Oh, well, there is pictures from the movie in this book. So if your children like pictures, you get them to read to a certain point, and then they can look at the pictures, and then continue reading the next day. So this is a fairly decent-sized book for a teen, a young adult, more like a tween to read. So yes, that is Mulan. And then the next book we have is a teen fiction, and it is called Wondrous Strange, and it is by Lesley Livingston. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Lesley Livingston. And it says on the back, since the dawn of time, the I've got dyslexia to an extent. Fairy have taken 17-year-old actress Kelly Winston always thought fairies were just something from childhood stories. Then she meets Sonny Flannery. He's channeling a mortal. He's a changeling, a mortal taken as an infant and raised among fairies. And within short order, he turns turned Kelly's heart inside out and her life upside down. For Kelly's beloved Central Park isn't just a park, it is a gateway between her original city and the fairies' dangerous, bewitching otherworld. Now Kelly's eyes are opening not just to the fairies that surround her, but to the heritage that awaits her, a destiny both wondrous and strange. So, this is a fairly decent book. This is also a teen fiction. I would honestly find this a smaller book for a teen to read, and I do read a lot of teen fiction, even though I'm an adult, because I find it more interesting than adult fiction. So, yeah, that is Wondrous Strange. The next book I'm going to pull out is, I've actually got two of the same books, but it's more of a series, and I've only got the first two. It is called Alice in the Country of Clover. No, as this is a manga, so I'm not even gonna read the back because, I'll just show you the back. Pause there for a second. And I have book 1 and 2. So, that is that one. Those are those two books. Those two books go together. The next one I have is a young adult, so basically from like 10 to 12 would be interested in this, and this is The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper, and this video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by anybody or anything, I bought all these books from my own money and stuff like that, and actually, I will read all of them, and then I will give them to, like, places that need them, like, orphanages, and, during Christmas time, if I have leftover books, I will take those books and I will donate them to, like, the Salvation Army, so they get presents and stuff like that. So that is what I'm doing, and, I'll read the back of that one and this one and explain. This one does have more books to it. I'm not going to show you how much I paid for it. But I'll read the back. It says, based on an acclamated novel by Susan Cooper, The Dark is Rising is the first film adaptation to the author's acclamated Dark is Rising sequence. The film tells the story of Will, a young man who learns he is the last of a group of warriors who dedicated their lives to fighting the forces of dark. Traveling back and forth through time, Will discovers a series of clues that lead into the Shadow Down, with forces of unimaginable power, with the dark once again rising. The future of the world rests in Will's hands. And that is The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper. So, as I was saying before, I would actually like to, sorry, it's cold, and the heat hasn't kicked in yet. So, I'm actually going to be going to this bookstore, the same bookstore I got these books, next year, around the same time around Christmas, and, I'm going to try and buy out as many books as I can in the teen fiction area. So, that, and I'm going to be, handing them out to, like, people, I'm going to call different schools and see if I can, like, hand them out to, like, different people or whatever, and give them to orphanages, because some kids like to read, and, foster families and people in need that can't really buy books themselves and but would like to own at least a couple of books. So, if y'all would like to, like, help with that, please, hit the subscribe button and, like this video and share this video with as many friends as possible. But, next book is a thicker book. I would consider this more of a teen read, and it is, Mitchell Vey. That's the name of the book, and it's by Richard Paul Evans. This includes book 1 and 2, so I'm assuming that the books are probably smaller than this one. But if you just want to get book 1 and 2, this is what the book looks like. And I don't feel like reading all of this, but I'll just scan through it. I read faster when I'm... Okay, so the book 1 in this is about a cheerleader, an accidental discovery, and some other kids will similar powers that something leads to them ending up in the prisoner cell of 25 forever. And then they try to challenge, basically. But I'll hold the back, and obviously I'm not going to let you see how much I paid for it. I'll let y'all read that. Okay, so that is that book, and it is Mitchell Vey. Vey is in V-E-Y, and it's by Richard Paul Evans. The next book I'm going to pull out actually has 5 books in it, and I think I've got the last book. So I may have to go back and get the first 4. So this one is by Susan Cooper as well, and it is The Dark is Rising sequence. I think, didn't I just... Yeah, I think I got The Secret... Okay, this is another... I guess this is another one. And then they've got a second season because I got 2 completely different series with... Let me just look at this book. Let's see. Oh no, this is the second book. And it must be just the newer cover. But this is the... Oh, foot's gone numb. This is the 5th book out of the Dark is Rising series. I didn't even know I grabbed this one. I thought I put that one back. So yeah, I've got the 2nd one and the 5th one. So, this one's also by Susan Cooper. This is the old thing, I think it is. Unless they just got a new cover for number 2. But, this one is called Silver on the Tree. And is the 5th book in the Dark is Rising series. Okay, another book that I got is called Because It Is My Blood. And I read the inside of this right here. And basically, it's about this girl who ended up in a detention area and got out and is trying to set her life straight. But when some people from her past decide that she owes stuff, she falls back into the criminal world. And things happen. And this book is by Gabrielle Evans. And it is called Because It Is My Blood. And on the back, it's just got like this little saying, and it says, because the heart wants what it wants, because it is getting harder to believe, because I cannot escape my destiny, because people depend on me, because time is running out, because all the things I've done can't be undone, because I am Anaya Blanchrain. And that is Because It Is My Blood. And again, I think this is, this is book 3. I don't have book 1 and 2 because they didn't have it there. But, this is Gathering Darkness. And I actually read a little bit about the back of it, and it's basically, it's about someone who goes on a mission, basically. I don't really remember. I read them at the store, and I've had these books for like 4 hours now. This is book 3 of the Fallen Kingdoms series. So Fallen Kingdoms is number 1, Rebel Spring is number 2, and then Gathering Darkness is number 3. And it is by Morgan Riedels. Probably pronouncing that wrong. And that's what it looks like. This is book 3. But it's like numb. Go this way. This one's called Dangerous Creatures. I did not read about this one. And some of these don't have, like, numbers on the side to tell me which one it is. But I am assuming this is book 1. I want to assume. See if it has something on the back. Dangerous Creatures. Okay, no, it does not say nothing. But I want to assume this is book 1. But I'd have to find one of the other ones in order to find out. Wait. Dangerous Creatures. I think this is book 2. I'm not sure. I'd have to read it to find out. But this one is called Dangerous Creatures. And it is by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Stroll. I can't pronounce my S's. Dangerous Creatures. And, next book we're gonna grab is called Goddess, a Star-Crossed novel. And it's basically about a girl who, remembering this is hard. A girl who, unlocks Olympus and lets the gods free, and now she has to capture them all and lock them back up. And it is by Josephine Angiolini. And on the top here it says, "She must rise or they will fall." Again, that's Goddess, the star-crossed novel. And the next one I have is actually a 2-part series, I think, unless it's got 3, but I think it's a 2-part series. So, it's Deep Blue and Rogue Wave, and these are both by Jennifer Downey. And if you can't tell, I'll show you both up front. It's obviously about a mermaid, and I love mermaids. So I instantly picked the book up, even though I didn't read it. That's book 1. And this is book 2. I couldn't find one in a soft back cover, so I ended up having to get a hardback cover. Let me just fix this a little bit. Fixed. Okay, the next one I got is book 2, and it is called Wicked, and it is, The Legislate and the Spellbound, I guess is what it's called, and it's by Nancy Holder and Debbie Vagey. Yeah, they got a part 1 and a part 3. So this is book 2, and, I don't have book 1, but I'm into, like, the witchy stuff, so I thought that maybe reading a witchy book would help, or, like, I like reading about witches and stuff, so I picked this book up even though I knew it was book 2, because it says it on the side, book 2. This is a pretty thick book, so that may take me a couple weeks, maybe a week or 2 to read. So that is Wicked, and that's book 2. The next one I'm going to grab, it's actually the first book I picked up at the bookstore, and it's called The Black Door of Midnight, and it's by Elizabeth Chandler, and it looks like she's got 2 other books to this series, and another book to a different series. So that's what it looks like. And since this one, I'll let you read the back, if I can focus it. Okay. So a lot of these books are pretty thin, in my personal opinion. I read really, really thick books. The next one I have is called Moonglow, and it's by Mitchell Griffo, and it looks like this. And I just thought that maybe I liked the way this one looked, and I just went through there and picked out a page to read. So I didn't really get much from it, because I just flipped to a certain page. But I really just, like the book in general, so I'm probably going to read this one. I'm going to read all of these. What am I saying? So this is Moonglow, and I'll flip it over to the back so you can read the back of it. Okay. The next one I'm going to pick up is called Shadow Weaver, and, it's by Mercy Kate Conley, and I picked this one up in the young adult section, and it's got a second book, which they didn't have, but I'd say for, like, a 11 or 12-year-old, this would be a good book. Just by the way it looks, I could get them interested. I've always based books off of what they have on the cover and stuff to see if I'll actually read them. And I know they always say don't judge a book by its cover, but it's always worked for me. And I'll let you read the back. This pile of books is getting high. So I used to have this series, and I still do have book 1, but of the Warriors series, and I know people are going to think I'm crazy for reading this, but I love cats. So this is book 2, and I have book 1, which is called Into the Wild. This is an old cover. I remember this cover. And it's by Aaron Hunter. And then I have book 3. These are the newer covers because you can tell by the sides of them. Because if you debate the old covers from the new covers, the sides of the new covers all connect and make a photo on the bottom, as opposed to the old covers. This is book 3 of the same series by Aaron Hunter. And I'll let y'all read the back of this one. It's not much. And that's what book 2, that's what book 2 of the new cover looks like. These are all the new covers, and that's what book 1 looks like. The next book I've got here is called School of Good and Evil by Soma Chamani. I want to pronounce that. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And I just love the old classic good and evil fairy tale. So I just picked this one out because I have a feeling it's going to be like a good and evil theme. And actually, I saw this at Barnes & Noble's, and I will tell you how much I paid for this one, because I saw this at Barnes & Noble's for $10 even. That's with tax and stuff. And I paid $4.50 for this book. Yeah, it's used, but it's still readable. So yeah. And then the last book in my haul is Orson Scott Card. I think I read the author first. And it's called Pathfinder by Orson Scott Card. And this is what it looks like. I just really like I like fiction anyways, but I'll let y'all read that if y'all can see it. And there's obviously a second book. So in total, we have, and I'll show this to you. This is our book stack. And in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 books. And that is how many books we've got in our haul today. But I really, really, really want to help out my community and get some books to some kids and people who like can't, that, you know, haven't been able to have an actual book that they owned for a while. Like, obviously you can get a library card, but I personally think owning your own book and being able to read it day in and day out for the rest of your life is better than having a library card. So I'm going to put these back in these bags. Hopefully none of them ripped, so I can just place them back in there. That's 7 books right there. And this one will make 8. That's 8 books in a bag. Another 8 books, and then the third bag. I'm actually gonna even this out a little bit. That's a little bit good. There you go. So that's 3 bags of books, and next time I go, it'd probably be around the end of the year or during tax time or whatever, which is about March, and I'm going to do a video on that, and I'm going to call the bookstore I go to. No need in giving the bookstore name because I don't need y'all finding me. But yeah, I'm going to call the bookstore up and see if I can't get that done. So that is it for the end of the video, and please like, subscribe, and share this video. I know I'm new to YouTube, and I make just a bunch of random videos, but I'm going to be trying to basing this channel off of just a bunch of random stuff anyways, because I find it more interesting to have a YouTuber who has more variety in their videos than just all one something or all one specific thing in a channel. And, you know, that's just my personal opinion. Everybody else will have their personal opinions. So, thank you all for liking this video, and I will see you guys later.